What's up everybody, Looster here. Today we have stepped back down into Greater Manchester after a brilliant fun filming session up in Lancashire, here on the North Transpennine route here at the big hub station for interchanges here at Bolton on the North Transpennine route. 156485 is in front of me, which brought me back down from Blackburn, which will form a service to Rochdale. (156.485) departs Bolton now with the 1318 Northern service to Rochdale from Blackburn. Also now arriving in here is going to be a Northern Class 323 heading to Blackpool North from Manchester Airport. 323227 is at the front. Also now arriving in is going to be another doubled up Northern Class 323, or even a single variant, with 323243 at the front of that. (323232) is at the rear of the Blackpool North service, and then 323243 comes up good at the front on this Blackpool North to Manchester Airport Northern Class 323 service. Anyways, I think the double-headed 323 on my left is ready to go now towards Blackpool. But anyways, today here at Bolton you will be seeing services by Northern And Transpennine Express. The train that just brought me in was that Northern Class 156, aka of 156485, which brought me in from Blackburn, as I just filmed there, seeing some of anti-West Coast diversions. This double 323 on my left is ready to go. The 156 was forming the 1318 Northern service to Rochdale from from Clitheroe, which brought me in from Blackburn. Looster, what are you thinking? And then yes, 323232 is at the rear of the Blackpool North service. That's forming the 1322 Northern service to Blackpool North from Manchester Airport, and then 323 is heading to Manchester Airport from Blackpool North. Anyways, 323243 on its own departs Bolton now with the 3-car Class 323, heading off with the 13:22 Northern service to Manchester Airport from Blackpool North. And that's heading down the North Transpennine route now. What a start here with Northern. We've got a class 156 and a class 323, but yes, that 323 was also an extra railway unit as well, which was quite nice. But yes, enough yapping. But yes, we will also see Transpennine Express here as well, if I didn't say that earlier on. But yes, enough waffling from me, and I shall see us all when the next train comes here at this great station, or busy station, OG station, whatever you want to name Bolton. But yes, I shall see us all when the next train comes here at Bolton. Now arriving in is going to be the 13:25 Northern service to Stalybridge from Southport with a 2-car class 150. And this is 150, 140. There's 150, 140 now arrives into Bolton now. I shall see us all when this Northern class 150 depart. Now departing is going to be the 13:25 Northern service to Stalybridge.
Northern service to Manchester Airport is delayed by approximately 8 minutes. This service is between Buckshaw Parkway and Chorley.
This Northern 150 departs Bolton now with the 13:25 Northern service to Stalybridge from Southport. And as this Northern 150 heads over to its next stop of Moses Gate, as it is stopping at all the stations between here and Salford Crescent, as this is actually the only route that stops at all these stations. So yeah, it's over to its next stop in Moses. I was about to say Moses Crescent. Moses Gate. Messing up my words again. Heading down the North Transpennine route. I shall see us all when that train comes. Now arriving in onto platform 5 is going to be the 13:30 Northern service to Southport from Stalybridge with a class 769, which is also known as a converted 319. Converted class 319, and it's also bi-mode. And it is 769 450. Anyways, 769 450 arrives into Bolton now with the 13:30 Northern service to Southport from Stalybridge with a class 769, or should I say the bi-mode class 319, but known as a class 769, even though they used to be 319s running down the London tunnels with Thameslink, but now they're most of the, well actually all the 319s are scrapped, and some of them have been converted into class 769s. So yeah, like that one over there. But anyways, let's not get into too much waffling now. But as this Northern class 769 arrives into Bolton now, I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in over into platform 1 is going to be the 13:35 Northern service to Blackburn from Rochdale with a 2-car class 150. Let's see how busy this will get. 5144 with a great two-tone. Anyways, as this Northern Class 150 arrives into Bolton now onto platform 1 with the 1335 Northern service to Blackburn from Rochdale. As you see, is all when this Northern Class 150 departs. Now arriving in onto platform 4 is going to be the 1343 Transpennine Express service to Oxenholme Lake District of Manchester Airport with a Class 397. 397001. Anyways, 397001 arrives into Bolton now with the 1343 Transpennine Express service to Oxenholme Lake District from Manchester Airport, the Class 397 of 397001. Yes, feels weird saying this is terminating Oxenholme Lake District, the West Coast mainline closure, but that now arrives in as you see all when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1343 Transpennine Express service to Oxenholme Lake District of 397001. Also now arriving into platform 3 is going to be the delayed 1336 Northern service to Manchester Airport from, if it's Blackpool North it's a 3331, if it's from Oxenholme / Windermere / Barrow it'll be a 195. In fact, this clause at Gatley's making me think it's a 195, and yes, I'm right, it is a doubled up Class 195 with 195 133 at the front. And I will catch the rear units of this when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1342. Well, actually no, it's the delayed 1336. Again, sidetracked. Northern service to Manchester Airport. And then 195 123 is at the rear with the delayed 1336 Northern service to Manchester Airport from Barrow in Furness with a double Class 195 195 133 and 195 123. And as that double pairing of 195s head over to its next stop at Deansgate, I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Bolton. Arriving in is going to be a Northern Class 156, which is forming the 1347 Northern service to Rochdale with 156 419 at the front. This has caught me out the eye again, as I did not expect this. Anyways, as this Northern Class 156 arrives in now into Bolton, as you see it's all when the next train comes. Now departing is going to be the 1348 Northern service to Rochdale from Blackburn.
Train 6.
156-419 departs Bolton now with the 1348 Northern service to Rochdale from Blackburn, and that heads over to its next stop of Salford Crescent. As you see, is all when the next train comes here at Bolton. Arriving in is going to be the 1352 Northern service to Blackpool North from Manchester Airport, with another one of those double class 331s. Got 331026 at the front. And 331022 at the rear, and as this double Northern 331 arrives in now, I shall see you all when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1353 Northern service to Blackpool North with a double-headed class 331. Anyways, that double-headed Northern class 331 departs Bolton now at the 1353 Northern service to Blackpool North from Manchester Airport, and it's started over to its next stop of Lostock. I shall see you all when the next train comes here at Bolton. Arriving in is going to be the delayed 1354 Northern service to Manchester Airport from Blackpool North with another double class 323.
Approximately 5 minutes. This service is between Salford Central and Salford Crescent.
323223 is at the front. And 323206 at the rear. Anyways, that's this double pairing of Northern Class 323s arriving to Bolton now. I shall see you all when these depart. Now departing is going to be the delayed 1354 Northern service to Manchester Airport. Anyways, 323223 and 323206 depart Bolton now with the delayed 1354 Northern service to Manchester Airport from Blackpool North, and as that heads over to its next stop of Salford Crescent, I shall see you all when the next train messing up my words again, comes here at Bolton. Arriving in is going to be the 1401 Northern service to Manchester Roxford Road from Southport, the 2-car Northern Class 156. And this is 156402, and it is very busy. Loud brakes, whereas this now pulls up to a stop as you see so when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1401 Northern service to Southport from Manchester Oxford Road. Anyways, 156402 departs Bolton now with the 1401 Northern service to Manchester Oxford Road from Southport, and has started to go to its next stop of Salford Crescent with that 156, a very busy 156. I shall see you all when the next train comes. Now arriving in as passenger drop-off only is going to be the 1406 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport from Oxon Home Lake District. Please do not board this service, as this service is passenger drop-off only. Your ticket will not be valid on this train, as this train only stops here to let passengers off. Please do not board this train. And it is 397012. Anyways, as this Transpennine Express Class 397 arrives into Bolton as passenger drop-off only, do not board this train as this is passenger drop-off only. I shall see you all when this departs. Now departing is going to be the 1406 Transpennine Express service to Manchester Airport from Oxon Home Lake District to passenger drop-off only. 397012. And also now arriving into platform 5, it's going to be 195 119. With the 1410 Northern service to Barrow in Furness from Manchester Airport, and apologies, it was 195 118. I was too focused with the 397, I actually got the numbers wrong on this. But anyways, as this Northern Class 195 arrives into Bolton now, I shall see you all for our next and final train of today here at Bolton. Arriving in is going to be our final train of today, which will be a doubled up Northern Class 150, or a 150 and a 156 coupled up together, with the delayed 1404 Northern service to Clitheroe from Rochdale, and it is a 150 and a 156 coupled up. And 156427 is on this, and as this Northern 150 and 156 arriving now, I shall see you all when this service departs. Now departing is going to be the delayed 1404 Northern service to Clitheroe. ended up getting into a little conversation with some of the customers, so I had to mute that clip there. But that train was heading up north and out to Clitheroe, and then I didn't want the conversation lead, so I had to mute that clip. So yeah, sorry about that. Anyways, this Northern Class 150 and 156 departs Bolton now with the delayed 1404 Northern service to Clitheroe from Rochdale. Got into a little chat with some of the customers as well. But yes, as this Northern 150 and 156 heads off now, I shall conclude today's video here at Bolton. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe as always, as it would be pretty cool. I enjoyed today here at Bolton. I will film here again next time I probably come here. But yes, that's enough waffling along from me. But as for me here at Bolton, I shall see you all in the next video. Peace out.